Welcome back to Boats Yacht, the channel where we dive into the most fascinating vessels on the water and bring their stories, features, and character to life. Today we're stepping aboard something truly special, a vessel that blends history, craftsmanship, and adventure into one unforgettable experience. This is Swell, a historic Canadian tugboat that has been carefully preserved and transformed into a working piece of maritime heritage. Whether you're here for the love of boats, the romance of the sea, or just the joy of exploring unique designs, this vessel has something for everyone. Let's start by looking at the story and the big picture before we break it down. Swell isn't just another yacht or ship. She's a tugboat that was originally built to work hard, hauling, towing, and pushing with strength and reliability. Instead of fading away into obscurity like so many working vessels, Swell has been restored and reinvented for modern cruising, which makes her a living link between maritime history and today's adventure lifestyle. When you first see her, you can tell right away she's not built for flashy appearances but for character, toughness, and practicality, and that's what makes her so magnetic. The exterior design carries that rugged tugboat DNA. Her hull is heavy and solid, painted in black with classic wooden trim that softens the lines and gives warmth to her presence. At the bow, the name Swell stands proudly in white letters, a simple but commanding reminder of her heritage. She has a tall smokestack rising above the pilot house, decorated with a maple leaf insignia that proudly points to her Canadian roots. The overall silhouette is compact and muscular, very different from sleek yachts or leisure vessels, yet she has a beauty that comes from strength and purpose. You look at her and you immediately know she was built to handle tough waters. Moving into her design details, you'll notice that Swell's layout is a balance between functional heritage and comfortable adaptation. The wheelhouse, for example, still carries the classic ship's wheel, brass dials, and vintage navigation fittings, but also incorporates modern equipment so she's safe and reliable for contemporary cruising. The decks are sturdy, surrounded by railings, and offer vantage points for passengers to enjoy the scenery. What makes her different from modern yachts is that her design is deeply vertical. She's taller than she is long, with multiple deck levels stacked to house cabins, communal spaces, and operational systems. That stacked look is part of her charm, a reminder that she wasn't designed for speed or luxury originally but for sheer power and presence on the water. Inside, Swell opens up into a world that feels both historic and cozy. The interior is dominated by wood, warm tones, polished paneling, and built-in furniture that gives a sense of tradition and security. It's not about open spaces and sweeping glass walls like you'd find on a new luxury yacht. Instead, it's about intimacy, craftsmanship, and clever use of compact areas. The cabins are simple but inviting, with bunk beds, storage built into the walls, and porthole windows that bring in natural light and constant reminders of the sea outside. The galley is compact but efficient, with everything arranged securely to handle the motion of the ocean. Stainless counters and a marine stove keep it practical, while wooden cabinetry and brass accents keep it true to her maritime identity. The bathrooms, or heads, are small but functional, blending white fixtures with wooden brass touches that tie everything back to her historic aesthetic. The wheelhouse deserves special attention because this is the heart of Swell's control system. From the captain's chair, you get sweeping views through the forward-facing windows, perfect for navigating coastal passages or open water. The classic ship's wheel sits front and center, polished with age, and surrounded by an array of instruments. Old brass dials and levers mix with modern screens, GPS systems, and radios, creating a fascinating hybrid of old-world mechanics and new-world technology. For anyone who loves the romance of traditional seamanship, sitting in that chair feels like stepping back in time, yet with the reassurance of modern safety systems by your side. Performance-wise, Swell is not about speed but about capability. As a tugboat, she was built for torque, stability, and handling rough conditions. That DNA still shows today. She cruises at a modest pace, letting you soak in the scenery rather than rushing past it. Her weight and hull shape make her steady even in choppy waters, a comfort for passengers who might not be seasoned sailors. The engine has been upgraded and maintained over the years, offering reliability while still reminding you of her working origins with a deep, steady thrum that you feel through the decks. In practical terms, this makes her ideal for expedition-style cruising, where comfort and dependability matter more than flashy speed. What's really unique about Swell is that she straddles two worlds. On one hand, she's a historic working tugboat, full of stories and authenticity. On the other, she's been refitted for passenger cruising, which means she offers a kind of boutique adventure experience that few vessels can match. You're not just stepping on board a boat, you're stepping into history, but with the ability to enjoy modern comforts like a warm galley meal, a cozy bunk, and safe navigation systems. That balance is her selling point. She appeals to enthusiasts who respect her history, travelers who want an authentic maritime adventure, and even casual passengers who are drawn in by her charm and comfort. From a design perspective, Swell's unique selling points are her personality and her adaptability. Unlike mass-produced yachts that tend to look and feel similar, she stands out immediately. You know you're on Swell and not just any boat. Every corner tells a story, from the brass lamps in the cabins to the weathered wood of the wheelhouse. That sense of place is rare in modern vessels. She is also flexible, able to carry small groups for expeditions, educational trips, or leisure cruises, giving her a versatility that extends beyond just being a yacht. For those considering her from a technical appreciation point of view, it's worth noting that Swell demonstrates how historic working vessels can be successfully preserved and repurposed. Many tugboats of her era were scrapped or abandoned, but Swell shows that with the right care, investment, and vision, they can continue to thrive and bring joy to new generations. This makes her not only a boat but also a symbol of sustainability and cultural preservation within the maritime world. To wrap this up, Swell is a vessel with soul. She is not about flash or extravagance. Instead, she's about authenticity, reliability, and character. She's a boat that feels alive, with the creak of wood, the gleam of brass, and the rhythm of her engine all reminding you that she was built to work hard and endure. Yet she also offers warmth, comfort, and charm, making her not just a ship to admire but one to experience. For anyone who loves boats, history, or simply the adventure of the sea, Swell is a reminder of why we fall in love with vessels in the first place. That's all for today's deep dive into Swell, the historic Canadian tugboat. If you enjoyed exploring her features, design, and unique personality with me, make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video so more boat lovers can discover her story. This is Boats Yacht, and I'll see you next time with another fascinating vessel from the world's waters.